KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna give up me. Got the police busting. But you can't do nothing to G.
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. You are locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. Happy holidays. Yo, this, Ambitions as a Writer, this was my joint. I felt like I was rolling out to something, mobbing.
You heard the squab, huh?
I mean, not really. I don't tussle, but I felt like it.
That's what I'm saying. That
I
energy.
felt like it, yeah. Listen, tonight, here's what we're doing. We are talking about a rap mythology. That is Tupac, of course, colliding with, some what ifs, some what he said, some history. We like talking about hip hop history, so we're going to get into a radio giant quietly shifting perhaps the media chessboard. And we're going to talk a little bit about exes fighting over math, memory, and microphones. Gilbert Arenas and Govan are kind of subtly maybe back at it again, and throw in a little Evelyn Lozada so we can get that basketball wives feeling again circa 2012. Yeah, we got some updates on that. And we got some numbers. We're at the end of the year, so there's been a lot of great tours this year. We've talked a lot about the athleification. That's not a word. I'm making it up, and I realize that, okay? But how athletes have quietly taken over sports media. And now we got some numbers to back that up, so we're going to get into that. So before we do that, of course, we got a couple of conversation starters. All right, listen up. Did you ever think that you would see the day, if you were into this side of life, that Big Meech from BMF would be looking not like the cool guy, the menacing guy on social media, right? Was it 20 years he was locked up almost? Something very lengthy like that in the BMF saga. We've seen it play out on the Stars series, BMF, that's produced by 50 Cent. But we saw that end bad when Meech came home, right? Well, Big Meech decided to hit up actor Chris Lofton. He's on Power Book 4 Force, another 50 show. He plays Jannard. He also was on Ballers, had a turn in Snowfall. So, he's been around. He's moving, right? So Chris Lofton has previously said before, when he got with 50, he unfollows anybody past or present that 50 has beef with, because he doesn't want there to be any mistakes about where his loyalties and allegiance lie, right? So, having said that, right, Big Meech DM'd Chris Lofton and was like, "What's up, fam? Let's work." Chris decided to put this on his stories and say, "Man, we can't even talk about this, or something to that effect. 50 saw it and came through and reposted it and said, he's an actor. You watching too much Force. He not trying to get in the game, basically. Listen, it is a hard adjustment, I would imagine, if you got locked up in the mid-2000s and you were that guy in a subculture, to come home to a world where iPhones, social media, streaming, everything is different. And you're trying to make moves and you're trying to reacclimate yourself. That's probably a mind trip. 50 got the power now. Listen, at the end of Juice, you got the juice now. It's a funny thing. It's 50 is 50, man. And he's ending the year out still on top. When we come forward, we're going to get into these trending topics and headlines. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Your ride with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-550-9651.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-550-9651. That's 800-550-9651.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to partner with the Empowerment Congress once again for their 34th annual summit. The summit's theme is From Vision to Action, a forum to unlock participatory democracy, and will feature a nonpartisan gubernatorial candidate forum focused on issues of importance to the African American community. The summit is the signature public policy-oriented observance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy during the national 3-day holiday weekend that celebrates his life. This year's summit will be held on Saturday, January 17th, 2026 at the California Science Center in Exposition Park from 9 to 11 a.m. Admission is free, but registration is required at KBLA1580.com. All major announced candidates for California governor for the Democratic and Republican Party nominations have been invited to participate in the candidate forum, which will be moderated by Tavis Smiley. An all-star panel of journalists will pose questions to the candidates, and the forum will be broadcast live on KBLA Talk 1580. This is going to be a big year for local, state, and national politics. The political pulse of 2026 beats on KBLA Talk 1580.
Now back to more entertainment news with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah. And another one, yeah. From Little Kim, the Queen Bee. It's ladies' night, what? It must be Angie on the mic. The butter pea, honey, got the sugar, got the spice. Roll the L tight, keep the rhymes right, yo. I just made this motherfucker up last night, and I'm the rookie on this all-star team. Me and Kim is getting cream like Thelma and Louise, but on chrome. Never leave that Brooklyn shit alone. So if you say it's on, then it's on.
Bang this in your whips. Pack them cold roadie with the chips in the wrist. Here's a French kiss. I dismiss all you chicks. Spit 6 from the 4th, 5th. Make it dance. Ow!
Welcome back in. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. And of course, you know Andy is always on theme. So we're going to be talking about Angie Martinez. That was when she made the little dip off into music. I remember that era. This was the best part of that. The album. Angie Martinez, yeah. Angie Martinez specifically. Meaning of she did a solo album.
She did.
And
Fire.
No.
Man, she had some hits on there.
Just that.
You wasn't feeling them things. Them things.
I don't think so.
Them things was fire.
Was it? I have to go back and listen.
I like it.
All right. I'm going to take your word for it, Angie. I trust your musical taste. You have served us well. Andy puts the little sauce on all of the shows. He picks all the musical selections. So if you enjoy the musical journey that you go on when you're listening to this show, give a shout out to Andy because he holds it down. So listen, you know how this goes down. Additionally, if you want to get in on the conversation, 800-920-1580. Of course, you can always get at us on social media, KBLA 1580. I'm at Stiletto Jill everywhere. I'll let your girl say hi. Download the app or get the visual for the audio experience. Hop into the YouTube chat with the VIPs. Shout out to them. They're already going at it. Big ups to Royal Jenkins, who said that the year that Big Meech got caught, YouTube had just launched, 2005. So there's that. Okay, listen, a couple of other things before we get into Angie. If you're looking for something to watch over the holiday break, Christmas Eve, T.I.'s first comedy special is dropping. Believe you can purchase it via his website or something like that. It's called Cheaper Than Therapy. We know he's been out there touring, trying to get his comedy chops up. So, you know, T.I. is quick with it. So perhaps he has comedy chops. We'll see. There's a teaser for it on his Instagram. If you're curious, you could go check that out, see how that goes. And also, we talked about Hot 97 and Ebro and Rosenberg and Laura Stiles being let go abruptly. And then there were rumors about who was going to be replacing them and what was happening. And 3 names popped up: a journalist named Lana Harris, Rondell Smith, and Million Connolly Cooper, who's a content creator. I think Rondell is a comedian and actor. And people were like, who this? And they were all in Georgia, right? Well, turns out what the actual news is for them is that they're not touching New York radio, but New York radio is expanding. They're expanding into TV. Hot 97 is launching Hot 97 News, taking place in Atlanta, which is a daily 1-hour show that will be airing. And, you know, it's a culture show. Hip hop culture, these things, based in Atlanta. Now, we talked about this before, and I've mentioned it before. When it comes to urban culture, Atlanta is the center. That is where the trends come out of. That is what moves the needle. Oops. That's it. So it makes sense. Even though Hot 97 is a New York brand, they're trying to stay relevant too and move beyond just the radio, because that's what it is right now. So we still don't know who will be replacing Ebro in the morning. We'll see what happens with that. And speaking of, because I believe was Angie on 105 or Hot 97? When she was on the air.
Hot 97. I want to say both, low key.
She might have been on both. I can't remember in the 90s, though, which one she started with, right? But that's the perfect segue. Y'all get it. So back in the day, after Tupac was released from jail, out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming.
Not your song.
It's not. I mean, it was at the time, though. It's just.
Played out. I get it.
Yeah. But, you know, We know how I feel about Pac. All right, so Tupac did an interview with Angie Martinez. Now, he selected Angie to do that interview because while he was in jail, he listened to a radio show and he liked how she talked about topics. He felt she was unbiased. So that's why he picked her. This was very early in Angie's career. Now, this was during the height of the East Coast, West Coast beef, right? Or shall we now say Bad Boy Death Row? Or shall we now say Sean Combs versus Tupac Shug and them? Well, whatever you want to call it, Angie felt like, at this moment in time, Tupac was vulnerable, paranoid, because someone had just tried to take his life and he wasn't really sure on all the circumstances. There was a lot of conversation. And he was mad. So she felt that releasing that full interview would only inflame the situation that was already escalating, right? Well, during an interview on her podcast In Real Life, when she was interviewing Charlemagne the God, very good episode, by the way, the fact of Angie not releasing those Tupac interview tapes came up. So we'll listen to what she had to say about it, and then we'll follow up.
I think about the person that gets hurt all the time. That's probably why I never put the Pac tapes out, because I think about the people that are going to get hurt from that, even the people that are talked about on the tape, how that lands.
Wow.
I do think about that.
Have you ever gone back and listened to those tapes?
Yes.
But so clearly, what happened to everybody he talked about. I don't even know who he talked about, but.
Yes, there's people who are no longer here, not just big. I mean, there's people in the rap world who passed, and he's talking about them, and not in a way that's helpful to the world. It's just he was angry at the time. He was 24 in the middle of a war, an internal war. Like so he's talking about everybody. This one, that, and this one, that. Some of those people are not even here. There's just some ugliness to it that I don't even think would be representative of him at this point, but it's not for me to say. I know people really want it, so we'll figure it out. You'll help me figure it out.
Absolutely.
And also, if I'm being really honest, it's like not amazing. I was 20. It was like my first.
Stop.
It's not a seasoned, evolved Angie Martinez on the radio. It's a brand new Angie Martinez on the radio. There's not a lot of follow-up questions.
How long is the interview?
It's not me. Really, it's about an hour and 40 or something like that.
An hour 40 of Tupac and Angie Martinez.
Yes,
Come on.
but it's a baby Angie Martinez.
Those
People
are the best
may
interviews,
think.
though.
We'll see.
Sometimes
I don't know. You'll see. I'm gonna let you listen to it, and then we'll see.
Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about.
I know it is. I have it digitized.
I've always asked about that interview.
I know.
Like even people that I know that used to like go through your stuff.
I
like
hate
for
even
you.
talking about it because now
Like,
the
what
comments
happened?
of our interview are gonna say, "Release the Tupac
But the
tapes."
people that people who work for you, they love you, so they hold you down like a ball. They be like, I don't know what's on it. I don't know. I don't know.
I also haven't told a lot of people or played it for people. I really have kept it quiet.
Wow.
I don't trust people.
So, well, one, I feel you on that, Angie. Can't trust people. Everybody got that best friend that they think won't tell anybody, who has a best friend that they think won't tell anybody, and so on and so forth. Shout out to Shannon in the chat. She said that Angie was at Hot 97. So there it is right there. Okay, so what I can tell you is later in the interview, she agreed that she and Charlemagne would work on how to release the interview. So she is going to release it. She is going to release it with Charlemagne per this interview, and we'll see what it is. But what I think is important to note is something that is missing from this current era, a little bit of journalistic integrity. At the time, I'm sure it also was a little bit scary to be on the radio and risk on the radio in New York, by the way, and risk releasing a full-blown Tupac interview where he's going off on probably a lot of New York artists, and she's in New York. She talks about her relationship with Diddy. She says that she didn't really have one. She said that they had industry proximity, but that she could not recall ever having gone to a Diddy party because she felt that there was dark energy around Diddy. So by that extension, you can understand why a young Angie in New York, where realistically she could be touched. We've heard about Total running up on Wendy Williams at the radio station and back in the day and things like that. Shout out to Total. I love Total. But, she was probably not just thinking about, oh, this is a ratings bonanza, but protecting her neck, right? And she said that there were rumors over the years that people said that that Diddy paid her not to put it out, and some other information. She said completely false, and that's when she clarified her relationship with Diddy. She said she tried at various moments to connect with him, or, because it's the industry thing, but she said she never felt that, and she never wanted to really be in that space. But I think that there is something to be said about perhaps not fanning the flames at that time. I mean, in theory, look what happened. We lost two of the most prominent figures of the 90s as far as the hip hop community goes. But now I think it's okay. I understand her saying that, people are deceased, and we recognize that context. But Tupac is a complicated figure, a mythical figure for some, and he is a person people want to understand more just because of how he thinks, how he thought, and just to be that charismatic at such a young age. People clearly can't get enough of it. So I hope that she releases it. Andy?
I think, whoever Tupac was probably talking about, whoever relationships that she has with that Tupac was talking about, maybe just reach out to them and just be like, look, I know that the cat is somewhat out the bag. I kind of talked about it with Charlemagne about, the Tupac interview, and, the public, I'm sure, would like to hear. I just want to put it out there that, he did have some words about you. Are you okay with me releasing this? I say check in with them folks and then go from there.
So here's an important note why releasing it next year would be poetic, so to speak. It's been about 20 years since she did that interview, and next year will be the 20th anniversary of Pac passing. So,
hey, talk about a money bag right there.
Here's the thing. She did say, and once again, I appreciate her for this, for being that person. She said that she didn't want to be the person initially, over many years, to try and make money off of that.
Respect.
And she hasn't. So, I think she's earned the right to do it. Absolutely. At this point.
Absolutely.
She said that she previously kept the tape like in her laundry room, somewhere abstract where someone wouldn't find it, but Jay-Z convinced her to digitize it and put it up. So she said she's done that. It's Black cultural history.
I mean, I'm sure the public pressure now is high now.
Right, and since it's out there, we want to know, right? It's probably worth 7 figures in the streaming doc era, if you think about it. So
I'm sure DJ Vlad would probably be interested in that.
No. It's never going to someplace like that.
No, I understand, but I'm saying I know somebody like him would offer top dollar.
I mean, I'm sure Netflix might be interested. Just Hulu already had a documentary on Tupac and Afeni, Dear Mama. We're still getting things, right? So we'll have to see. But I would watch. Would you watch?
I don't know, man. There's so many Tupac documentaries out there.
Well, not a documentary, but just this particular interview.
I would, absolutely.
Right? I'm interested. I can't say that I wouldn't. Out on bail, fresh out of jail, like, who was he laying into? Not that we don't know what happened, but I'm just curious to hear it. Right? Did I say DJ Black 909? Did I say 20 years and mean 30? Okay, I said 20, I think, but I meant 30. Thank you for that correction. 30 since she's done the interview, and almost 30 since he's passed. So there's that right here. Lord Stalk says there's no reason to believe anything that someone in mainstream press says regarding Tupac. All compromised. I mean, that's your opinion. I don't. Again, 30 years is a long time to still think that someone is compromised just because they're mainstreamed press. Anybody could have a particular vantage point or view that may not line up with what you think. There's no benefit to having a compromised viewpoint on Tupac in 2026. What's the benefit?
And this is actual recorded interview, right? So
Correct.
This is Tupac himself speaking with Angie Martinez.
Correct.
Okay, yeah,
So there it is right there. But maybe you meant that for me. I don't think I'm compromised. It is what it is. Listen, when we come forward, we're going to get into round 798, the $244,000 a month claim between Laura Govan, Gilbert Arenas, and Evelyn Lozada. Because that's what we do. Hit the topics and headlines. All of that and more when we come forward. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
I want to see you move them things. Them things. In the hood, dog, you know they move them things. Them things. Cause ain't a damn thing changed, man. They move them things.
Step up in the club like who up in here? Yeah. Linda Carter with the world premiere. Watch out now, shit ain't clear. Cause Hova got me open on the Belvedere. Yeah, setting in real good, feeling proper. Checking out the nigga with the Gucci Parker. Like, okay. What's up? Cause I love it though. In this your world, I'm a choosy girl. But we can dance to the dawn like Lucy Pearl. Cause you got that thing. And we can do big things. But go easy like I told you before. Cause I don't wanna hurt you, Bob. And the name is Angela. And ain't too many niggas that can handle her. It's true.
Girl, you gotta move them things. Them things.
Come on.
I wanna see you move them things.
You're in the know with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams and Governor Kathy Hochul say construction on Manhattan's Kips Bay Science Park and Research Campus is set to begin in 2027.
This is where we will invent new vaccines, cure chronic diseases.
The project is expected to create 15,000 jobs and serve as a hub for life sciences and education. The Trump administration is threatening to cut funding for the Smithsonian unless it hands over details on exhibits and internal documents. A letter says funding for its museums, such as the National Museum of African American History and Culture and the National Zoo, depends on complying with an executive order banning so-called divisive content, including racial and transgender topics. And a Brooklyn jury awarded over $2.5 million to Bridget Pierce, a woman left brain damaged after New York Police Department officers slammed her to the ground during a 2020 George Floyd protest. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
It's a crash in Sun Valley on the northbound side of the 5 before Sunland Boulevard. It's blocking at least the 2 left lanes, and that drive is a mess away from San Fernando Road. A wreck in Cerritos for the 91 westbound at Shoemaker. They're clearing it out of the carpool in 2 left lanes with a backup away from Beach Boulevard. El Monte on the 10 eastbound before Peck Road. Another crash. This one's in the carpool lane. That drive is slow moving, getting away from Rosemead Boulevard.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Rams and Chargers, both headed to the NFL playoffs, have 9 players combined that were selected to the Pro Bowl. The Chargers have 5. Quarterback Justin Herbert, offensive lineman Joe Alt, defensive back Derwin James, place kicker Cameron Dicker, and linebacker Tuli Tuipulotu. The Rams Pro Bowl selections include quarterback Matthew Stafford, wide receiver Puka Nacua, and defensive ends Jared Verse and Byron Young. The Pro Bowl is February 3rd in San Francisco. The USC-Notre Dame rivalry, one of the best in college football, appears to be ending after playing each other 78 consecutive years. USC and Notre Dame will not meet up in 2026. The 2 legendary programs could not reach an agreement on next year's game. USC wanted to play Notre Dame in the first game of the season. Notre Dame wanted a later date. Trust me, there is much more to the collapse of this popular rivalry. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app And find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure at KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Follow the leader when the leader. Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
JP Morgan Chase offers tips for the local business owners in 2025. Small business landscape is ever changing, and the Los Angeles market is no exception. A startup or legacy business, revisiting your mission statement and recalibrating offerings can renew opportunities for growth and innovations. Programs like Chase for Business Coaching for Impact gives entrepreneurs access to expert guidance, helping you streamline operations, strategize your growth, and navigate complex challenges. Businesses with a clear sense of purpose can navigate any challenge effectively, but also build stronger customer loyalty. Visit chase.com/coaching for impact for more information. This segment is sponsored by JP Morgan Chase.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Welcome back in. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. And Santa is coming to town. 2 days left. Shout out to Michael. Do you have a Christmas playlist, Andy? Do you listen to Christmas songs for the holidays?
Nope.
Nope. You just nothing?
Nope. I'm not in the spirit. Sorry.
I mean, I can feel that. It has been a very, very tough year. If you think about all of the things that we have endured as citizens, Not even a little bit? Listen to me, trying to pull it out of you.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. But I don't know, I guess I'm at the age now where it's just, I don't have kids, so that probably doesn't, I don't get excited like I used to. So, You know, for me, it's just another day. If anything, I'm excited about sports that day. So basketball, football, that's probably a gift.
Christmas is for the NBA. But I am going to tune into that halftime game to see what Snoop does.
You know, it's going to be interesting because I know NFL's, you know, they're trying to, you know, steal some of the NBA's thunder or whatnot. But quite frankly, I mean, if you think about what occurred last year, I mean, one game, well, outside of Beyonce, but one game had more viewers than all 5 basketball games.
Yeah,
total.
That's where Beyonce performed at halftime. That's what I'm talking about.
But I just think this go around, maybe the viewership might not be as high. But, I mean, if you're going to compare football to basketball, I don't know.
I mean, I think they're just trying to take a little chunk, take a little piece.
They already have.
They're not going to take it all, but they're going to take some.
A huge one at that.
So let's get into this topic because we're talking about Gilbert Arenas later. And shout out to the Angie Martinez song, I Was Wrong. That was a bop. And it was my bop at the time. So big ups to Andy for recognizing that. Have to go revisit. Okay, so here's what happened, right? Gilbert Arenas was a guest on Evelyn Lozada and her daughter Shanice's podcast, The Lowdown, right? Drop the Low. While he was on it, of course, the topic of Laura came up. Laura and Evelyn were castmates on Basketball Wives LA, famously did not get along, had some words, had some altercations. You know, there was an issue when Laura most recently came back to Basketball Wives a couple of seasons ago. She felt she was being set up because Shani was no longer regularly appearing on the show. She had moved off to Houston with her new husband, and she is now First Lady of the church, but she's still a producer. She released her memoir, and in it, there was conversation around Laura and Gloria and their relationship with Shaq. It is alleged that Laura had a relationship with Shaq. She was at one point in time Shaq's assistant or worked with Shaq in some capacity. And the rumor was from the show on down that Laura had a relationship with Shaq behind Shani's back. So from there was tension, blase blah. Evelyn decided to read a portion of Shani's memoir that mentioned Gloria on the show. There was chaos ensued, blah, blah, blah. So fast forward to this podcast, right? So they talk a little bit about the situation. And on it, Gilbert talks about, because famously, he and Laura had full-blown battles over child support in the news, in the blogs. He accused Laura of sending fake stories to the blogs. I can at least say that I know when I had a sports-themed website, Jocks and Stiletto Jill, back in the day, I did in fact receive some of these said stories that Gilbert says is false, and the source said was true. They were very thorough. So Gilbert says that he once paid $244,000 a month in child support, because part of that was, he said, that includes tuition, nannies, the money he had to pay to her, health insurance, all of that, right? And Laura says that number is capped and she's had enough, that she would like them to leave her alone. And they had 4 children, by the way. You know, their oldest son was recently, Jesus, this is a lot to run down, in a car accident. He's headed to USC as a freshman. We'll see what happens with his career. Obviously, there are projections for the NBA. One of their daughters, I believe, is at Kentucky or UK. I can't remember which. Kentucky, might be UK. And she is in their hoop program, balling out as well, right? So there was a conversation. Laura said it was more like $244 a month. I don't know how true that is, but that's what she's claiming, right? She accused Gil of lying and trying to spin the narrative. She called Evelyn out for speaking her name, and she said that she accused Evelyn of having her own big 3 that she should discuss as far as NBA, NFL, MLB, and she alluded to random R&B, hip hop, whatever, and called her Hove. Now, some think that she meant Hove, like Jay-Z, maybe, but others are speculating the far more clever idea that she was talking about high occupancy vehicle lane, as in the carpool lane on the freeway. I don't know. It's funny, but Laura snapped back with, keep my name out your mouth, keep the peace. Let's focus on our kids. This saga's never going to end. Gil is a platform, which we're going to talk about in a second. It's a long war over narrative control, and, you know, I don't even know what to say at this point. It's just a lot. And perhaps this next topic is the reason why maybe Laura's like, keep cool, right? Because the top 10 daily sports shows on YouTube has been dropped year to date, right? And its audience power measured, not debated. These are flat out numbers, right? And your favorites are taking order. The full ranking from 10 to 1 is number 10, $1 Million Worth of Game. Number 11, Pardon My Take. You know, that's Barstool Sports. Number 12, New Heights. I believe that is Travis and Jason Kelsey. 13, Club 520 with Jeff Teague. 14, 10, 9, 8, 7. All the Smoke is 6. Club Shay Shay is 5, which technically isn't really a sports podcast, but no, because he interviews comedians and others too. That's not a sports podcast.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Music, everything.
That's Nightcap.
Yeah, which is on the list, by the way,
Okay.
right? The only show that is on air that is on this list, First Things First, which is a Fox Sports FS1, show with Nick Wright. The Pat McAfee Show is 3. Nightcap with Shannon and Ocho is number 2. And number 1, Gil's Arena. Athletes are no longer guests in sports media. They are the distribution. And this shakes out.
I don't know why it's such a surprise, though.
No Stephen A. No First Take.
I mean, First Take is not a podcast, right?
They do podcasts. They
they're
put
doing
it
a
out.
podcast on
They
there as
do
well?
a pod. They put out, I believe, some type of video podcast content daily.
I still wouldn't count that as a podcast. I mean, I understand they got the podcast form, but it's still a TV show. I mean, if we're going to keep it podcast, I mean, we want to hear from the
This
athletes.
doesn't say podcast. It
What does
says
it say?
daily sports shows.
Daily sports shows? Okay. I mean, hey.
And that's another thing. Club Shay Shay is not daily. Well, most of these aren't daily, which is interesting, but okay.
Yeah. Somebody needs to, clean up those
Clean up the
parameters.
language.
But
let me tell you that this was from Mondo Metrics and Front Office Sports.
I'm gonna just say everybody wants to hear from the athlete. You know, just like if it's music, right? Tank with the R&B part, we want to hear from the people who actually have been involved with said art,
The
or
lived
whatever.
experience.
Absolutely, that's always gonna win. I'm gonna want to hear what Scottie Pippen did when he was on the bus with Michael Jordan in 1992 or something like that.
Do you think some of these stories, though, now, because everybody knows the virality keys and the, what's going to move, do you think some of these people are putting out a little cap in the rap in some of these tales? Because some of them, I feel like, my goodness, you were the superhero in every tale.
I mean, you can't put nothing past nobody. I know there's certain individuals that get alleged for, being salacious with some of their stuff or whatnot. But I don't know. You take it for what it is.
Well, when we come forward, we're going to get into the highest grossing R&B tours of 2025. Stick and stay, please. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you ready for the hottest entertainment scoop in Los Angeles? She's bringing you exclusive interviews with today's biggest stars, behind-the-scenes Hollywood insights, and all the entertainment news you need to know. She's breaking down what's trending, what's ending, and what's just beginning in the world of entertainment. You're riding with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Unwrap LA this winter with Metro. Whether you're heading to a family gathering or last-minute shopping, Metro's got you. Enjoy free rides across Metro on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Move with joy. Move with community this holiday season. Go Metro.
The laws have not changed in California. All workers must be paid properly and protected from retaliation. Retaliating against a worker or not paying them because of their immigration status is illegal. Don't believe the lies. California laws protect all workers, regardless of immigration status. Document retaliation and wage theft. Report it to the Labor Commissioner's office. Learn about your labor rights. Visit wagetheftisacrime.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. The Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You're listening to Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Animal House. Come on. Woo. Come on. I can go with you. If I could choose a place to go, it gotta be far away. From here, we could cross over like Hardaway. Somewhere outside the states where the Mars like the day. And
welcome back in. You're locked in with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. Andy is doing us the service of playing the hits from Angie Martinez' first and only album, because I guess I did. I said that there were no bangers on it, so no, Angie had a couple. Chanted in the chat says the last single that you played sounds like Ray J's song. Well, there's a reason for that. I think she's talking about Wait a Minute. The last one, what was the thing called?
I forgot what I played.
The first single, the first one that you said More Things. What is it called? The Angie song.
Oh, them things. Them things.
Well, that was produced by the Neptunes.
It was.
And you got to think about it. In the early 2000s, right? Late 90s, early 2000s, when that dropped. No, that was definitely the 2000s.
100%.
Producers had a sound.
They did.
And people went to producers for that sound. So nobody wanted a Neptune song that didn't sound like a Neptune song. They wanted you to have the pew, 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 and all of that in there so people would know this is a Neptune's beat. You better sit up and pay attention. So
Neptune's was on fire.
Big ups to that. And I guess the chat is feeling the spirit. And shout out to DJ Black 909. He says 3 more days until Kwanzaa. So,
hey man, much love.
Shout out to that. Big ups to that too. Okay. Now, let's talk about the top tours of 2025. I like this list. I like what it says for R&B and our legacy acts as well as some of our newer acts. I think it puts us in a good space. And there's some flexes in this. Now, I should tell you that it only goes to September, okay? So I was like, where is the Boy Is Mine tour? Why is it not on here? It's not on there because that tour started in October. Okay, so with that said, number 10 is a tour that we featured and gave tickets away right here on this show. The Queens, Chaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, and Stephanie Mills. It comes in at 10, 142,000 tickets sold, 18 shows, 16.2 million. Number 9, Lionel Richie, 118,000 tickets sold, 25 shows, 17.8 million. Number 8, Omarion and Trey Songz. Yup. 22,200,000 tickets sold, 26 shows. Leon Bridges. I was surprised to see that in there. That's cool. 25.6 million, 320,000 tickets, 66 shows. So he was hitting them shows. He was hitting the road. Number 6, with 24 shows, the Queen of Christmas, Mariah Carey, with 28.9 million. That is a flex with only 24 shows. Real. By comparison, Lionel Richie did 25 shows and he had 17 million. So, in ticket sales. So next is Mary J with 37 million, 28 shows. She's number 5. Usher, 130 million, 775,000 tickets sold, 57 shows. Our guy CB, Chris Brown, Breezy, you know he had to be in there. $248 million, 1.7 million tickets sold, 42 shows. Next, who do you think 2 and 1 are?
Anywhere between Beyonce, Kendrick, and Taylor Swift.
R&B.
R&B?
Yeah, these are R&B numbers.
Oh, excuse me.
So no Taylor Swift.
Oh, Beyonce.
Beyonce's not on the list. Number 2 is The Weeknd. 336 million, 2.2 million tickets sold, 46 shows. Number 1, it's kind of hip hop.
Drake.
No. SZA and Kendrick Lamar. You were right. 358 million, 1.8 million tickets sold, 39 shows. So, you know, we'll take it on the R&B side. I mean, because they were co-headliners and they intermixed their sets, which is the new thing. And it seems like it worked. So, once again, this is why that UMG lawsuit was dismissed. Clearly. Now, also keeping in mind that SZA had the longest running R&B album. I believe that was 2023 or 2024 with her last album at the top of the charts. Like, not just R&B, but really everything. I think it might have been Taylor Swift that dethroned her. But there it is. Shout out to Morris Phillips. He said the Super Bowl did help. I'm sure it did. But if I saw it for free, did I need to go and buy tickets to the show? You know how we do. And by we, I mean people, not us specifically. Just people. So those numbers I thought were quite interesting, right? Different look. Beyonce, Cowboy Carter, I think, did that end in the end of 2024? If it did continue into 2025, it might not have been that much or that long.
Nah, probably 2024. Because I know that album was hot last year.
So, yeah. So I think that is why Beyonce is not on that list, you know? That is the culture with receipts, y'all. We ran it down. Got it in. Andy.
Oh, you know what? We can wait for that next year.
What?
Next week, excuse me. Top stories of the year, but that's next week.
Next week, yeah. Make sure you guys are locked in on Monday and Tuesday because we are reviewing the 2025 year, all the entertainment, sports, culture stories of the year with themed correlation. So make sure you are tapped in for that. All right. Coming up next is the voice of reason, Zoe Williams. Thank you guys for locking in. Happy holidays. I truly appreciate you spending your time here with me. You could be anywhere, but you choose to be with me, and I appreciate it. I'll check you guys out next week.
Me and my got a complicated relationship. She's so controlling, I notice it ain't no playing with her. I met her when I was off the porch as a teenager. She said one day I would write my wrongs in seed paper. We started out young, looking for some identity. Made 1,000 mistakes, but never did we lack chemistry. Wrapping my hair around your waist, that was back when you did whatever I say. Dreams of selling narcotic, running block or robbing banks. I was in love with you, didn't know what it was with you. Kiss you in back of the glass just to get a buzz with you. Some wanted you, but they weren't committed. Preoccupied playing John Madden. Remember when Granny died? You looked at me and said, baby, dry your eyes. Depend on me as your relief. Let your anger be mine. We was locked in ever since then. So territorial, he even took me away from my friends.
Scared of forever, you know nothing else is gonna pass. I just gotta let you know. Whenever you want me, you got me to the end of time. Ooh, just gotta let you know.
Said you go see other people if I didn't grow with you. One no more holding them pistols in front of stores with you. You want reality, not tragedy, for sure I get you. To tell the truth, I've been getting used to what open-minded people do. In 2014, I went to Africa, baby. You was my passenger, my eyes and ears for all it is. The neighborhood that baffled us. Of course, I had to wrap it up. I didn't fully trust you. Fabrication had discussion, then you blocked me. I said, you.
What? I gave you life. I breathe the first minutes. I bring the blessings. I gave you power. Bring the rainfall. I gave you hustle.
Then fall right back in love the very moment that I touch you.
Scared of forever, you know nothing else is gonna pass. I just gotta let you know. Whenever you want me, you got me to the end of time. Ooh, just gotta let you know.
You are spontaneous, firecracker. Plus, our love is dangerous. Life of passion.